And now we can go and work on the real stuff we're excited about, which is personalizing this app for our users. So developers approach building apps in different ways. Some prefer starting with the code, and some prefer a more visual approach. So I want to welcome Alex and Abel to the stage, who are the founders of Flutter to tell me about a tool for building visually.
What up, Nairobi? How we feeling?
Hi, I'm Alex.
I'm Abel.
And we're the co-founders of Flutter. We're so excited to be back at a Flutter event.
And for me personally, I grew up just next door in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. And to be presenting here at Flutter's conference live in Nairobi is so special. So huge thank you to the Flutter team for having us. I hope you're ready. We have some exciting stuff to show you. So with Flutterflow, what you see is what you code. Flutterflow is an online platform that helps you build and deploy Flutter apps faster than ever before. It comes pre-integrated with Firebase, Google Maps, RESTful APIs, and more. We'll show you what we mean. We're going to build a very simple two-page application live using the NASA APIs, and Alex will explain what's going on as I build.
All right. So we're going to get set up here. And as you can see, we've already built the UI for one of our pages. And you can see the layout over here on the left-hand side in the widget tree. But right now, this is just UI. And we want to connect this to some real live data. And that's going to come from the NASA Astronomy Picture of the Day API, which you can see we've already configured here, along with the NASA image search API. And we've also predefined some outputs from our API responses. So going back to the UI builder, the first thing we need to do is add a backend query to our page. And that's going to be an API call, and specifically from the NASA Picture of the Day API. Cool. So now all we need to do is set various widgets from our data in our response. So Abel's going to set the title, date, description, and background image on this page. And the cool thing about Flutterflow is that as we're making these changes, we're actually producing clean Flutter code, which you can always view or export. All right, so now we're just going to set the background image of this container. Right now it's an asset, but we're going to make it a network, and we'll make it come from the URL of the response. Sweet.
That's it.
So now we're down to check it out. So this is the current state of our app before our changes. And we're just going to hot restart here. And yeah, what we have here is a live Flutter debug session hosted in Flutterflow.
So while it's loading here, quick fun fact, there are over 200 million lines of code exported to GitHub straight from Flutterflow.
Yeah.
And there you have it.
All right, and there we have it. The pillars of creation. Cool. All right, so back in our UI builder, it's time to build our second page, which is going to be a search page using the NASA image search API. So we'll start by copying over the content of our first page, and then just removing all the stuff that we don't really need. Next, we'll add a nifty little search bar from one of many pre-built Flutterflow templates. And let's actually add a little gradient here just for fun. Nice, nice. OK. So next, we'll add a stagger view, which is going to display our images from the API in a nice, cool layout. And then from there, we'll add an image, which will serve as our template image for our images. And we'll stylize this a little bit. And then we'll just add a quick little animation, a little fade in, just to make it pop. There we go. OK. So now we need to add a backend query to our staggered view. And this time it'll come from the NASA image search API. But this time we need to set a parameter, which is the search term. So in Flutterflow, you can set values from a variable. And in this case, we'll set the variable from the text field's value. In this case, this text field, what we've done here is actually configured it so that it updates the page on every time the user types, but with a 1-second delay so it's not on every single keystroke. Next, Abel's going to generate the children of this staggered view dynamically from the image URL's response, which we can see here. And now we just need to set the image URL of this from its respective item in the results. Nice. OK, so we're ready to check out our app. So we can go back here and hot restart.
Cool. Another fun fact while this is loading. There have been over 5,000 apps deployed to the App Store and Play Store thanks to our integration with CodeMagic. So shout out to CodeMagic.
Shout out to CodeMagic. All right, so ready to go to our search page. And let's search for something cool and visual, like a supernova.
Okay.
And there you have it. So just like that, we get to witness the second most powerful force of nature in the known universe, after my grandma. OK, so back in the UI Builder, you'll notice that our first page is actually just in English, right? But often we want to serve an international audience. So we'll go to our Languages tab, and we'll add a few different languages. So we'll start with English, because that's what it's based in. But of course, we have to add Swahili. And Abel's going to add a few different languages as well.
Okay, let's do one more.
Yeah?
All right.
All right. So we'll set our base language, which was English, and then we'll hit the Google Translate button, which will use the Google Translate API to automatically translate all of the text within our application in just a few seconds. Hopefully just a few seconds. And so we can see our translations here, and obviously modify them to our liking later on. So now back in the UI Builder, let's see what it looks like in some different languages.
Hey, let's try Hindi here.
We got Hindi.
There it is. Let's try Swahili.
And then, yeah, we can see it in Arabic as well. And you'll notice that we use Flutter's built-in capabilities to render this app in the appropriate way for a right-to-left language.
Cool. Now, at this point, if we wanted to, it's very easy to go here in Flutterflow and just go to mobile deployment and just ship it to the App Store or Play Store. Straight from here, over by Publish. So that's our demo. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed it. So everything you saw here today was built completely with Flutter. It's widgets all the way down. That made it super easy for us to launch the desktop app that you saw here, even though we started with online only at first. We want to also mention before we leave, in case you didn't know, all of our premium features in Flutterflow are free for students and educators. Yes. All you need is your email address from your educational institution, and you're good to go. Go to flutterflow.io. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.